Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Ravens Nation, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you might just shake up the entire AFC North and change the landscape of the division for years to come. Rumors are swirling around the league, whispers that Baltimore is in serious talks about making a blockbuster move that could turbocharge their pass rush and elevate this defense to a level we haven't seen in years. And no, I'm not talking about just adding another guy to the mix. We might be talking about a game changer, someone who could redefine how Baltimore's front seven performs in critical moments, especially in the playoffs. Sources close to league insiders are suggesting that the Ravens are in negotiations to acquire Aiden Hutchinson from the Detroit Lions. Yes, you heard that right. Hutchinson, the 25-year-old edge rusher who's been turning heads all season long. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, isn't Hutchinson a Lion? Why would Detroit trade such a talented player? Well, here's the scoop. The Lions, currently sitting at 6-8 and struggling to stay afloat in a tough NFC North, see Hutchinson as a potential trade piece as they shift focus toward a rebuild. Detroit's management is reportedly eyeing cap space and draft capital, especially since Hutchinson carries a hefty $16 million cap hit for 2024 and 2025 combined. With their current struggles and a desire to free up cap space to bolster their offensive line and extend players like St. Brown, trading Hutchinson makes strategic sense for the Lions. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this isn't just about plugging a hole. This is about making a statement, showing that they're all in on winning now. With the Ravens sitting at 7-7, just behind the Steelers at 8-6 in the AFC North, every game matters, especially as the playoff picture begins to crystallize. Adding Hutchinson could be the piece that pushes Baltimore over the edge, transforming their pass rush into a relentless force that offenses will fear. Imagine Odafe, who's already had an excellent season with 5 sacks in 2025 and a PFF grade of 86.7, teaming up with Hutchinson. That duo can create pressure from both sides, forcing quarterbacks to make hurried throws, increasing the chances for turnovers, and setting up the offense with short fields. Hutchinson isn't just a sack artist, he's a complete edge defender. This season, he's amassed an impressive 14 sacks, placing him among the top 3 players in the league for sacks per NFL. He's also notched 24 quarterback hits, forced 5 fumbles, and earned a staggering PFF grade of 91.0, well above his career average of 88. 3, his burst off the line and relentless motor generate a pressure rate of 0.44 pressures per snap, which is elite, especially considering the NFL's standards. His ability to disrupt passing lanes and make plays behind the line of scrimmage makes him a nightmare for opposing offenses. Looking at his career stats, Hutchinson has accumulated 45 sacks in just 80 games, along with 290 tackles and 12 tackles for loss in 2025 alone. His EPA, expected points added, per pressure in the current season has been a staggering plus 30.8, demonstrating his consistent ability to make game-changing plays. His run defense is also notably stout, allowing only around 2.1 yards per YAC, yards after contact, effectively shutting down the run game and forcing opponents into predictable passing situations. Now, the Lions are in a bit of a precarious position. Their record of 6-8 and Goff's QBR of 80.7 has them trending downward, and with their defense leaking points, giving up over 30 points per game, they're prioritizing cap space and draft capital over retaining their star edge rusher. They're looking to rebuild, focus on the future, and retool their roster to be more competitive in the long run. It's a smart move for Detroit, even if it stings a bit to part ways with a player of Hutchinson's caliber. But for Baltimore, this is a golden opportunity. The Ravens would be taking a player who, when paired with Odafe, could form one of the most fearsome pass-rushing duos in the league. Projected to elevate Baltimore's sack total from around 38 to nearly 55, Hutchinson's addition could boost the entire front seven's performance significantly. Defensive models are already showing a projected plus 19% increase in EPA when Hutchinson is in the lineup. That's massive. It's reminiscent of the impact Chicago had back in 2024 when they added Sweat, which resulted in roughly plus 150 pressures and a dominant pass rush that could get after the quarterback all game long. The impact on the run defense would be just as significant. With Hutchinson's ability to set the edge and shed blocks, opponents' yards per carry could decrease from 4.4 to around 3.5. That kind of improvement translates to more third down stops and a defense that's much tougher to move the ball against. And let's not forget the mental aspect. Adding a player of Hutchinson's caliber sends a message to every offense in the league that Baltimore's defense isn't just good. It's a force to be reckoned with. Of course, the big question is, how does this impact Baltimore's chances of making a Super Bowl run? Well, the odds are already looking promising. According to DraftKings, after the rumors started swirling, the Ravens' Super Bowl odds jumped from plus 1,500 to plus 700, more than doubling their chances in just a matter of days. That's a clear indication that the betting markets believe this move could be the final piece needed for Baltimore to contend seriously. With Lamar Jackson leading the offense, capable of explosive plays and clutch performances, and now a front seven that can get after the quarterback with relentless pressure, the Ravens are shaping up to be one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC. In terms of playoff potential, adding Hutchinson could push Baltimore's win probability in simulated playoffs up by around 13%. That kind of boost can be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. And it's not just about the numbers. It's about the confidence and swagger such a move brings to the locker room. The Ravens have been looking for that spark on defense, and Hutchinson could be the catalyst to ignite a unit that's already solid but needs that extra edge to truly dominate. Looking ahead, this trade could also be a strategic move for Baltimore in the long term. Hutchinson's contract and age make him a valuable piece for the next few seasons, a cornerstone around which the Ravens can build their defense. With a talented group of young players and a defensive coordinator who knows how to maximize talent, Baltimore's front seven could become one of the league's elite for years to come. It's about establishing a culture of relentless pressure, physicality, and playmaking, traits that define championship defenses, echoing the legacy of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, but with a modern edge that keeps the Ravens at the forefront of the NFL's fiercest defenses. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. There are always risks involved with trades, especially for a player who might command a significant salary and draft capital. But if the Ravens pull this off, it sends a clear message that they're serious about contending right now. It's a bold move, one that could define their season and their future. And if Hutchinson can stay healthy and continue his upward trajectory, we might be witnessing the start of a new chapter, one where Baltimore's defense becomes legendary once again, all while pushing their Super Bowl ambitions to new heights. So, Ravens fans, keep your eyes on this story. This could be the move that turns a good team into a true contender, one that reminds the league of the Ravens' championship pedigree. It's a fascinating development, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Because if this trade happens, it will be talked about for years to come, as the moment Baltimore took a major step toward reclaiming their throne and chasing that elusive Super Bowl title once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. Do you believe Hutchinson is the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Are you excited about the potential upgrade to our defense? Or do you think there are other areas the team should focus on? Whatever your thoughts, let's get the conversation going. We're all in this together, and your passion fuels everything we do. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news. The offseason is heating up, and it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting periods in Ravens history. Get ready, because big things are happening and the future looks brighter than ever.